time for the match game. Hollywood Square Hour with from St. Elsewhere, Ed Begley Jr. Playmate of the Year, Shannon Tweed. Reilly, Nedra, Volz, Arsenio and the stars of the match game, Hollywood Squares Hour, Gene Rayburn and John Bauman.
Okay, we welcome you one and all to the match game Hollywood Squares Hour. This is a marriage of two of your favorite TV games. I'll be hosting the match game.
And a little bit later on, I'll be handling Hollywood Squares.
Splendid. All right, John, would you like to take a seat here while we all greet our stars? Hello, stars. How are you?
How's it going,
everybody, some of you are new faces to me, and some of you are old faces to me. Hello there, new face. Arsenio. Is there something you want to tell us about that name? It's an unusual name, isn't it?
As a matter of fact, I think he mispronounced it. He said like Aramis or Arsenio it's a Greek word. It means Leroy in Greek. And
okay.
I'm just kidding.
Charles,
I'm a new face, Barry Simpkins. Ford's company.
Joy to see you at all times.
The nurse helped me up here.
You remember in the old routine when we had a new kid on the block, I used to, and the new kid usually sat there. But I'm not going to kiss you, John. And,
Pucker up.
I don't want to make you feel bad.
A new old face.
Did you get my docket up there?
Yes.
Good.
Yeah. Are you all right?
Oh, I'm fine.
Going to have a go at this?
I certainly am.
All right. Would you join me in welcoming our two players here, Paris Begley and Becky McLeod? Ladies,
you all remember Paris Begley? You remember her? Of course we do. Paris, tell us about yourself.
Of course you remember me. I love you. I just want to tell you that.
I love you.
I am a writer and a divorcee with a 2-year-old son whom I love very much, and I live here in L.A., and it's exciting.
Well, good for you. Paris, good luck to you. Becky, tell us about you, please.
I am 25 years old. I live in Irvine, and I'm a...
No ages, please, because if you tell, then we're all going to have to tell them. We don't want to do that, do we?
No.
All right.
Okay.
Where do you live?
In Irvine.
In Irvine. Nobody's perfect. You'll get over that. One of these days, it's going to be all right. Good luck to both of you. Let's start the game. Here on the match game, the object is to match as many of the ding-a-lings as you possibly can. And we're going to play 3 rounds, and the contestant who's matched the most celebrities at the end of the game will go on to challenge our current champion on Hollywood Squares for a chance to win up to $30,000. So here we go with the first round. Paris, you won the toss, so you go first, A or B?
B, please.
B it is. We're off and running. With this new bunch over here, a likely-looking group in my estimation, Herbie said...
Herpes?
Herbie. No, Herbie said. Don't make us nervous.
Okay.
Gotta spray again, Gene.
Yeah, that's right.
There's something growing on
Yeah,
my...
thanks. Can I have a hit? Thanks, Gene. Thanks.
Okay.
A little over here.
Here we go. Herbie said, when I was a kid, my mother hated me. She taught me how to swim by throwing me into the blank.
Oh.
You think about that, Paris? When I was a kid, my mother hated me. She taught me how to swim by throwing me into the blank. Okay, here we go. Paris. Herbie said, when I was a kid, my mother hated me. She taught me how to swim by throwing me into the...
Lake.
Into the lake. Really? Is that the first thing that came to your mind?
That was.
It was the first thing?
Yeah.
Well, you expected Ed to say lake. He wouldn't say lake because... Yeah. All right. That's one for her. You'll get the hang of it one of these years, Ed, if you ever get back here again.
Yeah.
Arsenio.
Yeah, I wanted to say lake, I'll tell you. But, I said oncoming traffic.
Throwing me into the oncoming traffic. Wow.
That's stupid.
She taught me how to swim by throwing me into Here, I conform. What do you say?
I was born in New York, Chief.
You were born in New York, yeah.
So I said a sewer.
In a sewer. Okay, Chuck. Now, John is a New Yorker, right, John?
Sure. Only it was hard for me ever to get out of the house, Gene.
My mother hated me. She taught me how to swim by throwing me into the what, John?
Yeah, I never got out of the house, and we're not in sync with this answer. The sink.
In a sink. That's a good answer. Very good.
Sure.
Shannon, what have you got for us?
That wasn't a good answer.
It wasn't? Have you got
Picky.
Or the John.
into the John? That is an excellent answer.
Thank you, Gene.
Nedra, do you agree?
No. Herbie was a little guy.
Into the fish bowl. Aha. All right, so Paris, you pick up one match there. Let's see how your opponent does here. Becky, we have this for you. Ted said, yesterday I was looking through the dictionary, and was I surprised? Under the word ugly, I found a picture of blank. Big surprise. All right. Arsenio, are you ready?
I gotta push my finger.
That's it. You got it. Now we go with Becky. Ted said, yesterday I was looking through the dictionary, and was I surprised? Under the word ugly, I found a picture of blank.
My boss.
My boss.
It's going to be a fun day, Gene.
Yeah. Yes, I guess we're going to have the dumb off a little bit later on there. Ed, what did you say?
Well, I went for the standard response to that gag. No, I went for myself.
Myself.
Self-effacing. I don't know
Was
why.
I surprised? Under the word ugly, I found a picture of myself. Okay, Arsenio?
Gosh, I thought about Ayatollah Khomeini, Gloria Vanderbilt, but I went with me.
Me.
Yeah.
So we have two of those so far. All right, Chuck. Oh, Charles.
I'm sorry, I just wrote such a beautiful answer.
You wrote a... You moved him to tears. The splendid answer.
I don't know why, it just something that was in my heart. I said a pretty canary.
A pretty canary. Was I surprised? Under the word ugly, I found a picture of a pretty canary.
Oh.
It's going to move me to tears or something.
I'm
It's
overwhelmed.
contestant to tears.
Yes.
in a second.
What's as good as the other two jerk answers?
Right. I agree. Under the word ugly, I found a picture of what, John?
Well, I think the operative word in this was I was surprised to find this picture. Yes. So I thought the biggest surprise under that word would be Shannon Tweed.
That would be.
Ah.
Well, the
Anyway, if you
object...
take it the other way, she didn't like my last answer.
You
so.
assumed that would match, did you, John?
No.
That was the biggest
I
surprise
found
could think of, my
something
dear.
they don't know about you.
What's
I found a
that?
picture of my wife, John.
My wife, John.
My wife's John.
Oh, we got a
Had
bunch
that
of
been there.
weirdos here today, friends. Nedra, bring us back to sanity.
Mr. Smith.
No help there.
I think we matched the contestants well.
Mr. Smith.
He's ugly. He's ugly.
He's ugly?
Yeah.
Anything you say, Nedra.
Yeah, well, I got a thing going with an orangutan, you know.
Oh, the Mr. Smith on television is not the most handsome person in the world or living being in the world. So there we are at the end of round one. Paris is ahead 1-0. Round two coming up in a moment or so, but first we have this for you. All right, we're going to go with the second round now. I will push the button with my magic finger. And Paris, you're ahead. You have to go first.
B.
B it is. Here we go. First lady said, the first lady is speaking. The president just got a hearing aid, but what he really needs is a blanking aid.
This is the president we're talking about.
Yes, the first lady of the land said the president just got a hearing aid, but what he really needs is a blanking aid. Ed, as you know, is in St. Elsewhere and is an excellent actor, in my opinion, there. As was his father, Ed Begley Sr.
And an old friend of yours.
Yes, I knew him well. We worked together a great deal, and I loved him. He was a wonderful person in addition to being a gifted man there. All right, everybody ready up there? Just slip them in the slots.
Nice. You can visit. You can walk by.
Yes, it's very.
Do that before.
That's right. It's a very homogeneous set. All right, Paris, we come to you. Put it in the slot, Arsenio. There you go. The First Lady said the president just got a hearing aid, but what he really needs is a blanking aid.
Nursing aid.
A nursing aid.
That's a good answer.
That's a good answer.
Yeah, that's a good response. Never occurred to me to say nurse's aid. Did it occur to you?
That's
No,
a good
I
answer.
wish it had. I said a talking aid.
Talking aid is a good one. Don't worry about that. What? Oh, that's right. You matched in the first round. I got to wake up here and do this right.
He was saying elsewhere, I guess.
That's right. You have not lost your rapier wit.
No, and I'm pushing 30, too.
From which side?
The other.
Arsenio.
Pushing it so long it's pleated.
Arsenio.
I wanted to say Band-Aid, but that makes no sense. So I figured sex
really
aid
needs
would work.
a sex aid.
Yeah. Oh, somebody's been with the
Is
president.
a blanking aid.
Who is it?
All right.
I have a boring answer, a political answer, a running aid.
A running aid. All right.
That's a big hand.
This one is kind of wide open, isn't it? First Lady said the president just got a hearing aid, but what he really needs is a blanking
This is a
aid.
serious answer, and I didn't know quite how to phrase it. It comes out a sleeping aid, but I meant help getting to sleep at night.
Help
Some of the things
getting
I've been
a
doing. You
sleeping
understand?
aid. Yes, I understand.
Yes.
Yeah. They're terrific when you have to give a long explanation to figure out what they're saying. Shannon, give us something simple, straightforward, and direct.
Wrong person. Stand-up aid.
A stand-up aid. All right. Now we come to you, Nedra. Shall I get my spritzer out again?
Fraught with meanings.
Let me see.
A wrinkle aid.
A wrinkle aid.
That is the pot calling the kettle black. I want
Right.
you to know that.
Gotcha.
That's the same answer
All
I
right.
had.
Now, Becky, let's see what we have for you. Paris didn't match. She's still ahead, though, 1-0. Sam the soldier said that court-martial was really tough. Not on... I'm sorry, if you're going to do it, do it. If you're not going to do it, lay out. Not bad. Sam the soldier said that... Thank you. That court-martial was really tough. Not only did they rip off my buttons, they ripped off my blank. Have you ever seen in the movies the way they court-martial? They come up and the guy stands at attention and they rip off his buttons, one, and then up in the epaulets, they rip off the epaulets, and it's a humiliating thing. All right. Now, Becky, Sam the soldier said that court-martial was really tough. Not only did they rip off my buttons, they ripped off my...
Face.
Face? Becky, that's a hostile thought.
I hope
You
we're
realize
hostile.
what you're saying? You realize? Oh, all right. As long as you know what you're talking about. Okay, everybody plays because she hasn't matched anyone yet. Ed, what do you say?
I went for the obvious. The buttons come off, and then next comes off the epaulettes.
Oh, the epaulets. All right. Okay, Arsenio.
You got to be Einstein to play with him. I mean,
Epaulets.
Little
Those are
things,
the little things on your
scrambled
shoulders.
eggs up here, you know?
I know.
Scrambled eggs.
it's not vicious.
I didn't think anyone would say
I
that.
had legs.
Legs. There's a good answer.
Legs.
They're excellent. Yeah, they ripped off his legs.
More on to play.
Are you coughing, Charles?
I'm fine.
Oh, good. Good.
Not only did they rip off his buttons, they ripped off his holes.
The buttonhole. Very good, Charles.
Ta-da!
You're killing.
Really tough court-martial. Ripped off my buttons. They ripped off my
Pants.
pants. There's another good one. Pants.
That is a dumbass.
You say pants, Sharon?
What'd you call me?
Shannon.
Get him.
Shannon.
That's not Sharon.
All right.
Pants.
Her name is Shannon, yes.
I said
Go on,
pants.
give me
All right. Nedra.
My good conduct badge.
My good conduct badge. Still 1-0 at the end of round 2. Let's get it going here. In a minute or so we will, right after this message for you. Here we go with the third and final round. Paris, you're still ahead. You have to go first.
A.
Paris said she wants A, and she gets what she wants. Gloria makes disgusting hors d'oeuvres. Disgusting. She makes them by squeezing a tube of blank onto a cracker.
Disgusting hors d'oeuvres.
Yeah. She makes disgusting hors d'oeuvres. Squeezing a tube of blank onto a cracker. Very good. That's what I would have said.
Why are you staring at me?
I love your tie and shirt combination.
Thank you. Paris.
Paris.
Ohio.
You don't play. Because you see, you matched her in the very first round.
He's just
practicing.
You're just practicing.
Yeah.
All this think music.
How much
just
music
for
do we have? Do we have a lot?
Yeah, we've got an endless track. It's looped, so it'll go on forever.
Music for Charles.
All right. Gloria makes disgusting hors d'oeuvres. She makes them by squeezing a tube of blank onto a cracker.
Toothpaste.
Toothpaste. Toothpaste is good, I think. I wouldn't want to eat that. Would you, Arsenio?
No. I don't know if I want to eat this either.
What would you want to eat?
I got preparation H.
Oh, that's disgusting.
Yeah, that's the whole thing. See, disgusting is what it says
You'd
there.
never
right?
eat another one.
Right.
I don't know why. I hate it. Liver.
Liver. That's right, liver does come in tubes sometimes.
Good answer. I'm sorry.
Give him a kiss.
I'm fired.
She makes a terrible hors d'oeuvres disgusting by squeezing a tube of blank onto a cracker. John, what do you say to that?
When I was a music student in New York, this really happened. I house sat for a woman who had a dog named Mozart, who was a German Shepherd. And during my tenure as house sitter, the dog ate a tube of preparation H. And I had to call the vet and say, my dog just ate a tube of preparation H. What do I do? And the vet said, keep him away from the medicine cabinet because his entire insides are now numb. So should he swallow anything like a razor blade or anything of that nature, this dog is gone. But he played the piano beautifully.
That's a funny story, John.
It's a touching story.
So I said toothpaste.
Okay.
How do you like that?
Shannon.
I could never match that story, so toothpaste.
Toothpaste. 3 for Paris. Nedra.
Toothpaste.
That's 4 for... Now, Becky, you got one shot at it here. You need 4 to tie. However, you get 5, you win the game.
I still think liver is a good answer.
Thank you, sweetie.
So do we get to write now? Do we still get to write? Yeah.
If you're like this.
Here it is. New York City has gotten so dangerous that instead of carrying a torch, the Statue of Liberty is carrying a blank. New York City's gotten so dangerous, instead of carrying a torch, Statue of Liberty is carrying a blank. Ba-da-bow. Meow. Meow. All right. Everyone plays. All ready there? Shannon, Nedra ready? Ed? Here we go, fellas. All right. New York City's gotten so dangerous that instead of carrying a torch, the Statue of Liberty is carrying a
gun.
A gun. All right. A yayable answer. Ed, what do you say?
You know, I was going to say gun, and somehow I said can of mace. I'm sorry.
Can of mace. That's good. Anything that would ward off a hijacker.
Yeah.
What do you say?
I was going to say Mr. T, but you had so
yes,
I can't
carrying
say
it.
Mr. T.
We're looking for an object here.
Bad grammar.
Right.
So I got 357 Magnum, which
is a gun indeed. All right, there it is. 1 for her. Score is now 4-1. You need 3 more to achieve a tie. Charles?
You want to see a St. Elsewhere rerun?
Yes.
I was going to say gun, but instead I said can of mace.
Aha! That was a St. Elsewhere rerun. Same reading, too. All right, instead of carrying a torch, Statue of Liberty is carrying a what, John?
I was going to say a tube of preparation H, but instead I said a can of mace.
That's it. Paris wins the game. Congratulations, Paris. Come on down here, if you would, please. You're going to go on to play Hollywood Squares for the big money in a moment or so. But if you would have us hold her right there for a second here. I'm going to say goodbye to Becky McLeod. We're going to send you some gifts, Becky. Many thanks for being here on the match game. Becky McLeod. There she goes. Wonderful. Now, as you can see, the set coming in here means it's time to switch to Hollywood Squares. Don't put your foot in back of the thing. We're going to have 3 more celebrities come on here in a moment or so. They'll make an entrance here. And the host of Hollywood Squares, John Bauman, and I will change places here. And we invite you to stay with us here. Lots more excitement coming up. Don't go away. We'll be right back.
We love you, Jay.
A member of our studio audience will receive Whirlpool's microwave oven with defrost guide and microcomputer push-button controls to program all cooking cycles, times, and power with your fingertip. Furnished by Whirlpool. And now, it's time for more of the match game. Hollywood Squares. With, from We've Got It Made, Bonnie Urseth. From Laverne and Shirley, Eddie Mekka. Fred Travalena. And taking over as the star of the Hollywood Squares, John Bauman. And we'll be right back. And now, John Bauman and the Hollywood Squares.
Welcome to the second half of the Match Game Hollywood Squares Hour. A very special welcome to our 3 new celebrities, Bonnie, Eddie, and Fred.
Hello.
Bonnie.
Hello. Eddie and Fred.
Bonnie Urseth on We Got It Made.
Yes.
Last week we had Tom Villard on the show.
My
I understand.
boyfriend?
Yes, he's your boyfriend. Any resemblance in real life?
I don't think my husband would want to hear that.
No, probably not, but it's a great show. We all enjoy it. And I also have with me Paris, who has just won the Match Game contest, is now ready to take on a returning champion in the game of Hollywood Squares. So let's get right into action. Here we go. Now to my right, we have Gary Perez. He is our returning champion. Listen to this. So far, he has accumulated on our program a total of 38,900 smackaroos.
Go home, Gary. You've got enough.
So it sounds like you've got it made, Gary. Now refresh our memory a little bit. Last week you told us what you really wanted to do with your life. Tell our celebrity panel, see how if they approve.
I don't know.
Remember what you want to do as a career.
Oh, I want to be an actor.
No!
It's
painful, man. It's painful.
I had a funny feeling that might happen. Let's play Hollywood Squares. Okay, we play Hollywood Squares till you hear the time's up bell. Whoever's ahead at that point is our winner. Goes on to play our super match for up to $30,000. Now, our first game is worth $100 plus $25 for every square that you capture. Our champion gets to start. That's you, Gary. Take a look at the board. Pick a square.
Arsenio, please.
Oh!
Arsenio Hall. Recently, a Navy man got busted by the brass for working as a male stripper. They were really upset by what he wore pinned to his shorts. Was it a photo of the president or his good conduct medal?
They're laughing, but no, I read it was the medal and the medal, and they thought that was in poor taste, you know, in respect to the service.
Okay, so he wore his good conduct medal pinned to his shorts. And agree or disagree, Gary Perez?
I'll agree.
It was his good conduct medal. You're right to agree. You get the first square and $25.
Ouch! John.
Ouch. Yes.
I am so shocked. I had no idea what was on his shorts. I am shocked.
Well done. Paris, your move.
I will take Eddie Mekka?
Yes, Eddie Mekka.
No, that's Eddie Murphy. That ain't
I heard that.
a little more sauce.
Eddie Mekka.
Anyways, it's Mekka.
Yes, Eddie Mekka, the big ragu. Where you been? Okay.
Yeah, you're right, though. You're right. You're right. Go ahead.
Eddie Mekka, there's something else buried in Grant's tomb besides General Grant. Is it the body of his wife or his horse?
This is one of those trick questions, huh? Well, from a guy coming from New York, I make a lot of trips up there. It's got to be... What was the question again?
I'll talk to you so you'll understand.
Okay.
Hey, there's something else buried in Grant's tomb besides General Grant, you know? Is it the body of his wife or the body of his horse, huh?
The body of his wife. What else?
Okay, now we're in sync.
I agree.
Okay, so he says it's the body of his wife. Agree?
I agree.
Yeah, it's his wife. You're right to agree. You get the square.
In the same tune. They believe in life hereafter, I bet.
Gary Perez, pick a star.
Gene Rayburn, please.
Gene.
Yes, my favorite star. Right on, Gene.
Thank you.
Recently, a chorus line overtook this musical as the longest-running show on Broadway. What show did it replace?
Abe's Irish Rose. It was in the 30s. Started in the 20s, when it was spilled over into the 30s. Longest running show prior to the chorus line, which started its 8th year on September 29th of this year. And it's a wonderful show.
If you believe
Did I ever
that.
tell you about this dog, Mozart, this house set? Gary, he says that the longest-running show prior to a chorus line was Abe's Irish Rose. Agree or disagree?
I'll disagree.
The answer is Grease. You were right to disagree. You get the square.
That was good.
And Gene probably knew that
Can
and
I
was
say
bluffing.
something?
Yes, Eddie.
My wife is in chorus line. I just thought I'd say that.
Hey.
Well, in the
I'm
meantime,
his
we have
wife.
a critical... Sorry to hear
Shorter
that.
than you.
We have a critical game situation developing. Paris, take a good look at the board. Tell me where you'd like to move.
Fred Travalena to block.
Mm-hmm. If you miss this, Gary will take the first game. Fred,
We're gonna get
you've just met a man with a tattoo.
What kind of a tattoo? No, I'm just... the plain tattoo, the plain tattoo.
You've just met tattoo and a man with a tattoo.
Okay.
Would this tattoo be more likely the name of a girl or the word mother?
The name of a girl or the word mother? Huh. I would say that the name mother will be it.
Okay, so he says if a man has a tattoo, it's most likely the word mother. Agree or disagree, Paris, for the block?
I disagree.
The name of a girl is the right answer. You're right to disagree, and you get the square. Okay, Gary, she supported you that time, and now she's in pretty good shape. Where would you like to move?
Bonnie to block, please.
Bonnie to block. If you miss this one, Paris takes the first game. Bonnie.
Yes.
If American teenagers had more time with their parents, how would they like to spend it? Talking or watching TV? How would more teenagers like to spend it?
Let me see. I think teenagers would prefer to watch TV with their parents. They don't really want to talk to their parents, do they?
Well, we'll soon find out. Okay, Gary, she says they would like to watch TV with their parents. Agree or disagree?
I'll disagree.
The answer is talking to their parents. You're right to disagree, and you get the block. Tight game. Take a look at the board. Make your move.
Nedra to block.
Mm-hmm.
You get him there.
Okay, Nedra Volz. Once again, if you miss this one, Gary takes the game. Nedra, who's had more wives, Mickey Rooney or Henry VIII?
Mickey's had a couple, I know that. Little squirt. I think probably Henry outdid him just a smidgen.
Okay, so she says that Henry VIII had more wives than Mickey Rooney. Paris, agree or disagree?
Oh, I'll agree.
Mickey Rooney had more wives than Henry VIII. You should have disagreed. Your opponent gets the square and wins the first game. Congratulations, Gary Perez. That makes our score $200 for you so far, $50 for you, Paris, but we'll be back with a $200 game right after this. Stay with us.
Stay tuned for more of The Match Game, Hollywood Squares Power. Now, back to John Bauman and the Hollywood Square.
Thank you. Our next game will be worth $200 plus $25 for every square that you capture. Gary, you won the last game. Paris, you get to start this one. Pick a star.
I'll pick Arsenio.
Okay, Arsenio.
Play Price is Right in concentration after this is over? I mean, do it.
Sure, squeeze them all in. Did I? Just a minute ago, it sounded like our tape was running backwards.
And
I thought it was my imagination. Okay, Arsenio, which number is larger? The number of cars Evel Knievel has jumped over at one time, or the number of bones he's broken in his attempts?
Oh, gosh, it has to be bones because it has to be bones.
So he says Evel's broken more bones than he has jumped over cars. Agree or disagree,
No doubt.
Paris?
I'll agree.
Bones is the right answer. You get the first square. Okay, Mr. Perez, pick one for me.
Shannon, Tweed, please.
Oh, thanks. I wanted to play.
You lucky gal. According to the best-selling book, Looking Terrific, when a woman has a flat behind, what should she do? Buy, you got two choices. Buy padded panties or wear her trousers backwards.
Move to the...
Tough choice.
None of the above.
That's stupid.
Well, it
But
still
I
has an
know
answer.
The answer. You wear padded panties, of course.
Okay, so if she has a flat behind, she should buy padded panties. Agree or disagree, Gary?
I'll agree.
She should wear her trousers backwards. No, you shouldn't. Disagree. The opponent gets the square.
Front, you know, then you have that big thing in the front. What do you put in there? What do you put in there, huh? What do you put in there?
I just read
Tell
the
me, what do you put in there? Huh?
You really want to know?
Paris, do you happen to know what they put in there? Do you happen to know where you'd like to move next?
Well, that I know. Eddie Mekka to win.
That's
His horse.
perfectly logical.
Oh, I'm sorry.
You get this one, you win the game.
By the way, John, you look good.
Thanks, Eddie.
All right.
You too. Hey, Eddie. Hey, according to Dr. Joyce Brothers, who is more likely to kill themselves over a love affair, men or women?
Men. Can I think about that?
Not anymore.
Men.
Okay, Paris. He says men are more likely to kill themselves over a love affair. For the game, agree or disagree?
I'll agree.
The answer is men. You're right to agree. You win the game. Whoa. You have 4 simple leads. $325 for you. $200 so far for Gary. We'll be right back with yet another game after this. Gary Perez, our defending champion, a woman named Paris Begley, has got you on the ropes.
Yeah, no.
Okay, you're behind. You got $200. She's got $325, but we're going to play a $300 game. Gary, you get to start this one. Pick a square.
Arsenio, please.
Hey, Arson.
Where?
I'm going to set you on fire. You say that again.
Yeah, you're right.
Arsenio, were the Canary Islands named after the birds who live there, the dogs who live there, or after Captain Jason R. Canary?
Good question for a bird brain.
Gosh, I'm almost positive it's the doctor, Dr. Jason R. Canary.
Captain Jason R. Canary.
Captain.
Yes, but you're sure of that,
He was
too.
a doctor, too. He was a doctor on the boat.
Yeah,
Don't mess with
sure.
me, John.
Captain Doctor.
It was Jason R.
So
Canary.
you say it's Captain Dr. Jason R. Canary?
It is.
Okay, Gary, it's either the birds, the dogs, or he says Captain Dr. Jason R. Canary. Agree or disagree?
I'll disagree.
It's the dogs who live there. They gave the name. Canary comes from canine. You get the square.
Talk about a bird dog. That's serious.
I swear I read that.
Okay, Ms. Begley, make your move.
Gene Rayburn.
Gene, what game show host was once a member of a band called The Cheers, which had the hit record Bazoom?
Fixed. Fixed. What game show host? You're going to ask Gene that question.
Well, he may or may not know. Do you know?
I may or may not know. You see, and if I don't
You're
know
only
that
going to get off the hook if you don't know
Do
this.
a
You better
bluff.
not know this.
Gene knows everything.
As a matter of fact, now that you bring it up, we should point out that although Gene is the host of the match
He
game
doesn't
portion
know
of the show,
anything. I know.
he has never
He
seen
knows
any of these
nothing,
questions.
nothing at
So
all.
there.
Nothing. He
And I
knows
never saw
nothing.
any of the match game questions.
He's nothing.
I read
nothing.
those,
He doesn't
so
know
IQ of a houseplant. You know that, don't you, Shannon?
IQ.
Okay, Gene, what game show host was a member of the band called The Cheers? Song
Have you
was
ever heard
Bazoom.
Tom Kennedy sing? He has a rich baritone voice. It was Tom Kennedy.
Okay, so Gene says that was Tom Kennedy, the game show host. Agree or disagree, Paris?
I'll agree.
The answer is Bert Convey. No, you should have disagreed. Your opponent gets the square. Okay, Gary. Oh, that bell has just come in. It means time is up. Our winner with $325, our new champion is Paris Begley. She might have been saved by the bell. Wow. Okay, congratulations. You've done good. Why don't you go over there and get set for the Big Money Super Match? And over here, everybody, let's pay attention to our defending champion, Gary Perez. This was it for you, Gary, but you were an unbelievable contestant. So far in our show, you have amassed a total of $39,150. We're sending you home with that.
Okay. That's okay.
What a guy. He's got a nest egg to become an actor. And, of course, he's got our thanks for playing Match Game Hollywood Squares. Okay, Gene, take it.
Thank you, John. Goodbye, Gary. I got a used car. I'd like to, well, never mind. Congratulations here to Paris. We'll be back in a moment or so with all of our 9 celebrities here, and the big money right after these messages.
Now, here to play the super match is Gene Rayburn.
Thank you, Gino. Okay. In this super match, Paris, you can win up to $30,000, and if you're set for that, we'll have a go at it right now, okay?
I'm ready.
All right. We polled a recent studio audience, and we got their best response to this. Joan Blank. Now, the top answer is worth $1,000, the second most popular, $500, and the third answer, $250. You can enlist the aid of any 3 of our 9 celebrities to give you suggestions. Whom would you like to call on?
Bonnie.
Hi, Bonnie.
Hi, how are you?
How do you feel in that?
Joan of Arc.
Joan of Arc is one.
Fred Travalena.
What do you say, Fred?
Can we talk? Can we talk? I would say Joan Rivers.
Joan Rivers.
And Ed Begley Jr.
Joan Collins.
Joan Collins, Joan of Arc, and Joan Rivers are the 3 you've been given. You may choose one of those, or if you wish, you may create one of your own and use that one. What is your pleasure here?
Joan of Arc.
You want Joan of Arc? All right. Let's see if Joan of Arc is up there, and if so, where is it? That is the question. May we see the $250 response? Joan of Arc. Right off the bat, you get it. Bonnie gave you that one. Well, I'm curious to see what the others are, aren't you? Let's take a look at the next one, please. Joan Collins. Ed Begley gave you that one. And what do you think is under the big one, audience? Rivers. You think the river is under the big, under the $1,000?
Crawford.
All right, Bob, slide it.
Joan Crawford. Rivers.
Joan Rivers. Joan Crawford would have been good, too. All right, you've got $250. Now you're going to play the head-to-head with any star you pick. Now, as you notice, each star has in front of him a hidden number, a 10, a 20, a 30. If you pick a star with a 10, we'll multiply your money by 10. If your star is a 20, we multiply your money by 20. And there is one star among the 9 up there with a 30. And if you pick him or her, you will play for 30 times your money. Are you ready? Make your pick now.
Shannon Tweed.
Shannon. All right, Shannon. We are ready to see your hidden number now.
Pull it.
A 20. All right. A 20, that means you're playing the head-to-head for 20 times $250 or $5,000. A pretty good amount. I have the question in my hand, and I ask you to face me. All right? And Shannon, you're going to write your response to this. And your job is to match her for $5,000. Here it is. Blank Martin. M-A-R-T-I-N. Blank Martin.
This is a tough one.
Well, as soon as you're finished, Shannon, put it in there. All right. She's ready. Now it's up to you to match Shannon. How do you fill in that blank? No help from the audience, please.
Steve.
Steve Martin. All right, Shannon. She's trying to match you for $5,000. What is your answer?
I like cars, you know, so I said like Austin. No, Steve.
Steve Martin. $5,000 is yours. All right, Sarah, you have a grand of $5,575. Congratulations to you. Very well done. Congratulations to Paris. We'll be back in a moment or so, right after these messages. Okay, now, John, everyone wants to know which of our stars had the big 30. It could have been you, John.
It could have been me. I better go pull my thing here.
All together, when I say go, would you all pull your tabs? Ready, set, go. Who was it? Eddie! Eddie! Mekka had it. That was where the big 30 was. You know what Paris said a moment ago? She said when she won the money, she said, oh, I'm so happy, I want to cry, but I don't want to cry because it'll ruin my makeup.
I feel the same way.
Me too, it'll ruin my makeup. Fred, what did you have a 10 there?
I had a 10.
You're a perfect 10, Fred.
Well, speaking of Mekka, can you imagine what it must have been like on the set of Staying Alive, conversing between Travolta and Stallone? Hey, Sly, am I supposed to be dancing over here or there? Hey, you
Thank you, Fred. That's today's session of the Match Game Hollywood Squares Hour. We'll be back tomorrow with our champion and all 9 celebrities. I'll be here for the Match Game.
And I'll be here for Hollywood Squares.
Okay, so long for the Match Game Hollywood Squares Hour. Goodbye. Bye.
A member of our studio audience will receive Quasar's 10-inch color television, ideal for the bedroom or kitchen. It offers a high-contrast picture tube, custom-matic tuning, and an earphone jack furnished by Quasar. This is Gene Wood speaking for the Match Game Hollywood Squares Hour. A Mark Goodson television production.